11. That's how many rides will be at Epic Universe on opening day.
I am inevitable.
Let's rank every single ride based on my anticipation level.
I cannot wait.
Coming in last place is, of course, a flat ride. This is Dragon Racers Rally in Isle of Berk. This is a Gerstlauer spinning flat ride that might remind you of rides you've seen at other parks, but this one has a unique twist. It's not your typical spinner. It's going to elevate you like a chain swing. Each seat is equipped with wings you can control independently. Lost Island has a single tower version of this ride with a basic steampunk look, but Epic Universe will take it up a notch with a double tower setup and cool dragon themed decor. If spinning and flipping are your thing, this ride is definitely going to be worth a try.
I feel dizzy. Why do I feel dizzy?
Coming in at number 10, another flat ride is the Constellation Carousel. While it is overall a fairly standard carousel, it looks quite large and features some impressive theming. Instead of the usual horses, you'll find different astrological signs represented on the ride. Plus, it's set to move in a figure 8 pattern. Even though the smaller rides like this might seem boring to some, they play a crucial role in the park's lineup. They're going to help bridge the gap between the more thrilling attractions, giving everyone a chance to catch their breath and enjoy something a bit more relaxed. The more rides we have at this park, the better.
The more the merrier.
Up next is Fyre Drill. This is a boat shooting ride that's sure to be a hit for both kids and adults. This is going to be a great way to cool down, and it looks like a lot of fun. The theming looks fantastic, with so much attention to detail. This unusual ride holds 8 people per boat, with 4 facing out each side. Each rider gets a water gun and a round crank wheel to squirt water. The boats will be moving quite slowly, similar to It's a Small World, so this isn't a thrill ride. There's no lap bars or seatbelts, but there's going to be moments when you face another boat, making for some fun water battles, and at times you might even be able to squirt guests walking along the path. There's also water cannons along the walkway, allowing for people off-ride to squirt the boats as they pass by. Not sure if these are going to be pay to play, we will see.
Don't fool yourself, brother.
We are talking about a water ride, and this is in Florida, so this is going to be a very popular attraction. And on top of that, unlike other water ride types, this is a pure family ride, which opens it up to an even larger audience. This is going to be a big hit at this park.
Wait. What's a game?
Yoshi's Adventure is an omni-mover style attraction that's going to be really slow, but I think it's going to be a crowd pleaser for sure. I can't wait to check it out because I've seen videos from Universal Japan, and it offers some awesome views of Super Nintendo World. It's similar to the Seuss trolley in the sky at Islands of Adventure, which gives some really unique perspectives of that area. The ride is fairly short, lasting about 4 minutes, but it's one that the entire family can enjoy, and it should help even some crowds out at Super Nintendo World.
Sure, in a perfect world.
Number 7, we have our first roller coaster with the Curse of the Werewolf spinning coaster. This ride looks like a great way to bridge that gap between family-friendly attractions and the more intense coasters. The coaster has started full circuit testing and features a shuttle launch in a barn located in the middle of the track. You'll notice that they're placing down mature trees throughout, which will help the area feel more developed right from the start. The ride might be pretty short, but it does have some nice theming. As far as what's going to be in the barn, I'm hoping for some really cool effects. Now, this ride wasn't initially planned for this area, which explains why it might feel a bit short. I would closely compare this to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at Disney. It's going to be a fun ride without being overly intense, which means it will likely attract long lines.
Nice werewolf, good werewolf.
Up next is Hiccup's Wing Gliders, another family coaster. I'm actually personally really looking forward to this ride. It's hard to gauge the intensity just from the test footage, but it looks like it's pulling some decent maneuvers, reminding me of a scaled down version of Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. The ride has a fairly long layout and will reach speeds of up to 45 miles per hour. The ride will utilize multiple launches, and the coaster spreads out nicely over the land. And again with the theming, if they're going to deliver what they promise with the concept art, this ride is going to be just as visually stunning as it is fun. I've seen some comparisons to a beefed up launch version of Flight of Hippogriff, which sounds like a great fit for this park.
Dragons.
Moving back over to Super Nintendo World, we have Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. This ride, which is a clone of the one in Universal Studios Japan, offers a unique experience that blends augmented reality with practical effects. Riders will wear AR goggles, which overlay digital elements onto the physical sets, creating an interactive experience as they race through the various Mario Kart tracks. The ride vehicles are equipped with steering wheels, and riders will be able to throw shells and other power-ups just like in the game. It's very hard to tell what this ride is going to be like just by watching a video, but I've heard a lot of good things of people's experiences over in Japan, which makes me very curious about this ride and is why it's so high up on this list. And back over to Dark Universe, we have a highly anticipated and a very secretive ride. This ride is rumored to be called Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment. This massive indoor dark ride is going to be housed in a large Gothic manor inspired by the former Chateau Miranda in Belgium. The ride is rumored to feature all the Universal classic monsters, unleashed by an experiment conducted by a descendant of Dr. Frankenstein. The attraction will employ a KUKA arm ride system, similar to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. The ride's queue is said to have a staircase, a study, a laboratory, and a library. Again, not much is known about this attraction, but I'm really excited to see what we get, and I want to see how dark Universal can really go.
You should have chosen the dark side.
Before we get into our top 3, let's shine some light on some non-rides coming to Epic Universe. There's going to be plenty of other stuff to do in the park. Tons of dining options, mini games galore at Super Nintendo World. There's also going to be a new wizarding show, and one of my most anticipated things about this park is going to be the Untrainable Dragon show, which is based on the hit Broadway level show over in Beijing. Kicking off our top 3 is Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, another entry from Super Nintendo World. What really gets me excited is the tech behind this ride. Universal's using a boom coaster system, which they have patented themselves, that could make this one of the most advanced rides out there. It's going to be interesting to see how they simulate the carts jumping over the gaps. Plus, the whole area is going to look amazing. I'm a sucker for jungle vibes. Just your typical Florida boy. But seriously, this coaster could be the biggest surprise on opening day.
Surprise, motherfucker!
And our runner-up spot is the Ministry of Magic Dark Ride. This ride is absolutely shrouded in mystery, but there is some interesting talk going around it. It seems like screens might play a role, which isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I hope Universal will bring their A-game with blending the practical effects with the screens. Word has it that the ride's using some next-gen tech, including a scoop vehicle with more vertical motion and projection mapped animatronics. But I do have some concerns. I've recently ridden Forbidden Journey for the first time, and I gotta say, it was pretty jerky, and the tech felt really outdated.
Oh, how did I get so old so fast?
I'm hoping for something smoother and more cutting edge this time around. This ride is rumored to have a similar effect to the Indominus chase on the Jurassic Park ride in Beijing, which I've heard so many great things about. I'm hoping they're keeping this under wraps because of some proprietary tech that's gonna blow our minds, which is why this is my runner-up. But nothing comes close to my anticipation level for Starfall Racers. This is going to be the crown jewel of Epic Universe, no doubt about it. This Mack multi-launch dueling coaster is going to draw people from all over the park. This ride really focuses on airtime and interaction with the other ride vehicle. It's kind of like a race. And let's talk about the visuals. At night, complete with its lighting package, it's going to give off the illusion of 2 comets flying through the sky. Trust me, this is going to be a huge crowd pleaser. And if you want to see more, I've got a full video on Starfall Racers right there in the middle. It's right there. You can't see it? Oh, come on, man. I know you can see it, dude. You can see it.